Welcome to Belgium. We're here for the Europa League final. We've had a disappointing end to the league season, but we did at least achieve something. I'll fill you in on that in a minute. Okay, just quickly fill you in on what happened in those two games we had in between the semi and this. Away to Brentford, completely outplayed them for most of the game, cruising 2-0. Alvarez pulled one back 3 minutes from time, and then we had another one of those lovely, very late, this one in 2 minutes into injury time, goals where the ball's played through. I'm convinced their forward is offside. I get a replay of it from an angle that doesn't show you anything. None of the lines on the pitch, so yet again, I'm left wondering why I don't get it clarified whether he was actually onside or not. I've got the game's word for it, that's literally it. No evidence for it whatsoever, so not happy about that. And then this one, absolute farce, quite frankly. Completely outplayed Tottenham from pretty much start to finish. Poor old Alderete had the ball hit his head and go in off the post as well. Kulusevski put them 2-0 up with their first shot on target. And then we managed to pull it back to 2-2. And then Dembele, with their second shot on target, made it 3-2. They did finally manage a third one. But yeah, I mean, it was very much a second choice sort of lineup. Did have to bung some players on like Walker Peters and Jamie Lawrence I didn't really want to use before today. And since then, we've had a bit of an injury crisis. Lo Celso, Garner, Nianzou, Yilmaz and Alderete have all gone down in the last few days. So, which, I mean, randomly, this Giorgio Huggins has just appeared in my first team squad because of the number of injuries we've got. We've got 8 players on the bench. Diego Moreira isn't fully fit, but he's basically having to play or start. I'll probably bring Lorenzo on. I'm going to have to play him as a winger because he can't play inverted wing, not from that side. I mean, possibly could shove it. I don't know. We're going to have to wing it, basically. Atalanta. I mean, we got the odds that, or the percentage chance of sort of like the different results. A win for us, 34%. A win for them, 33%. A draw, 33%. So it could hardly be more even as a contest. We've been playing that tactic that we played against Chelsea since, which does seem to leak quite a few goals now I'm thinking about it. But people keep on playing this against us, and we know we don't tend to do all that brilliantly without it. I mean, honestly, I might actually just switch it back to that, and we'll see how we start. We can always switch it up to the other one. So let's go with what we really know. Yes, I know I've only got 8 substitutes. We've only got 8 fit people who are actually registered. This squad is going to need an overhaul in the summer, which might be helped by the sale of some very high profile people. Right, there we go. Because I've had Lavia come to me in the last few days saying that I've broken the promise I made him about playing youngsters up front. And I was like, well, have you noticed Alex Navalon? You know, the teenager, as was. I mean, he's turned 20 now, but Vitor Roque is not exactly old. But apparently it hasn't been good enough for Lavia, so he's determined that he's going to leave. It's worth about 70 million, so, you know, we might get a bit for him. I'm seriously considering Vitor Roque's future. He has not been anywhere near as good this season. And with Navalon coming through and Kalimundo playing better, Who knows? And right on cue, and I know some of you are going to be shocked and appalled at this, but I am having to have a think about Andreas Schelderup as well. His form in the last few weeks has been awful. Hopefully he plays a blinder today. I know what that was, Moreira. And the trouble is, I know he's brilliant, or he should be, but he just disappears too often. Alright, that was weird. Well, we should have started quite positively. We have got Jamie Lawrence on the pitch specifically for this sort of situation, and he's hit the bar. The man who basically got us here, whose goal 2 minutes from the end of extra time knocked Chelsea out. Go on, Andreas. Come on, son. Let's have something from those skilled Norwegian boots. Oh. Right. Well, I'm happy with the way we've started, although no shots on target is a little worrying. As soon as that number starts creeping up of shots that have missed the target, you start wondering, is it one of those days? They're having an awful lot of possession. Oh, Orsolini's injured. Oh my word. Right, I'm going to demand more because you seem to have let them get on top for no apparent reason, having controlled the game. What are you doing now? All of a sudden it's like, oh no, sorry boss, decided it's going to be one of those days. Shoulder up, well done. Come on. Come on, boys, don't be disappointing. Go on, Andreas, go on. You're supposed to be... Well, actually, no, we're not on the pressing one, are we? Supposed to press reasonably high, though. Okay, let's attack down the right. Kyle, gets it in. Oh, I'm not entirely sure if that was a cross or a shot. Could have been either. Turned out to be neither. Okay. Oh. I'm not entirely sure what Lavia's idea was there. Should probably have shot. Walker Peters. Vitor Roque! Just as I'm questioning his future. Gives Southampton the lead with a shot on target. Hurrah, we've had one. Look at this. That's a lovely first time cross. We don't do that enough. Really don't cross the ball first time often enough. But that time he did. And a 1-0, and he's storming through again. Whoa. It's a corner. And another one. Sooner or later, I mean, we've already had one find Jamie's head, but sooner or later it will find it and be powered in, surely. Andreas. What can you do? Lavia. Oh, there we go. Le Normand. Not entirely sure why he's out there waiting to cross the ball in. And again, why have our full-backs gone into the middle and our centre-backs gone out wide? This is a very, very strange thing for them to have done. But they seem to have sorted themselves out now. Lavia pulls it back. Moreira deflected over. Piling on the pressure. Headed wide by Le Normand. Still only the one shot on target for us. Which does worry me that we're just not taking our chances. No, no, don't give it to him. Oh my lord. Alright, Diego Moreira seems to be doing alright. It's relatively fit. Probably helps that we're not playing the pressing. Right, I'm going to demand more for the last few minutes because, again, we seem to be letting them get back into it. Oh, well done, Valeri. Shoulder up. Oh, that's beautiful play! 2-0. Come on, boys. I'm not going to relax yet because we've made a habit of throwing away 2-0 leads in the last couple of weeks. Shoulder up, having a decent day. So all the ones that I'm looking at maybe cashing in on, no, it wasn't. I was prepared to show that 3 times just to make sure that we know it was onside. Doesn't really look like he's given everything he has, does he? He can sit down for 15 minutes now. Oh, right. Okay. Make sure we see things out. Right, I'm going to leave him on. He's a bit tired, isn't he? And so's Andreas, to be fair. We might end up bringing Calimundo on and shoving Vitor Roque out on the left because Andreas is going to tire in that second half. Yeah. We'll give it a few minutes though. See what we can do. Diego. No, that's not ideal as a ball forward. Right. Let's just chill. This is good. I like this. I could look at this screen all day. Okay, we'll get to the hour mark. And we will put Lorenzo on for Moreira and put him in as a winger. And we'll move Vitor over there and put Calimundo on up front. Okay, and confirm and demand more because you seem to have let them take some sort of control of the game. Canyon Lee, fired over. Right. Still letting them control it. Okay, seem to have got back on top a little bit there. Right, Lenormand is not playing too well, so let's get Esteve on. Okay, let's start trying to close this game down. This will do. Focus. Okay, whack that time wasting up to maximum. Couple of late subbages. Let's have a look. Okay, Lavia's tired apparently, but actually, no, I'm going to let it go. Vitor Roque, can he find Jamie Lawrence? Can he put the final mark on this? Oh, I thought he was just going to put that punctuation mark on this. Oh, well, considering how stressful that semi-final was, this has been a bit of a breeze, hasn't it? Oh, there's Manchester United's new signing, Højlund, who Atalanta seem to have kept for several years. European trophy winners for the first time in our history. And I think we'll have a little bit of a I'll watch this. Watch us lift this trophy. Hey! Well, I mean, that would have got us into the Champions League anyway. So we've qualified for that Champions League next season every which way. That's enough of that. Okay. There we go. Fantastic, boys. A very good win. Outplayed them. Well, I'm going to have to add that to the title screen now. Or the thumbnail, rather. For those of you who noticed, the FA Cup was on there since we won it last season. Now, the Europa League will join it. And now I've got a lot of big decisions to make because this squad either needs a big overhaul and some real talent shifting on, but might want to leave anyway. And at the very least, it needs trimming. The fat needs trimming off of it. Yeah, so several big decisions to make. Okay, I have taken the precaution of immediately saving the game because we don't want what happened after the cup final to happen again, do we? There we go. Right, 7.41 million for winning that. That's who got the medals. I love the fact that Andre Gomez and Joe Bellingham have managed to get medals for doing literally nothing. Karnaseki played every game. Can we sort this? Yeah. So who really put? Yeah, I mean Arribas scored 10 goals. Probably played a lot in the group stage, I would imagine. Vitor Roque with 8 goals in 8 starts. Decent performance. Callum Wendo with 7 goals in only 7 appearances, only 5 starts as well. So yeah, and Jamie Lawrence 2 goals, but that hugely vital one. Right, the board are happy with the win. Look at that. What sort of names we're joining winning this thing. Chelsea set to launch Vitor Roque bid. Like I say, a lot of tough decisions ahead. And I'm going to want more than that for him, Chelsea. And in fact, if he goes to anyone, it's not going to be you. I mean, we'll have a look at the league table in a minute. You'll see how mediocre they are. Bit more money. Okay. Just paid out basically almost every penny we just earned in bonuses. So that's useful. Right, I mean, if you look at our finances, we're, almost 30 million in the red. We could probably do with a bit of cash coming in. Yeah, I'll just show you the final league table. So goal difference in the end got us top 4. But, I mean, in a way, it's really nice that that's what stopped Everton getting 5th. To be honest, I think that the when it sort of does all the calculations and everything and all the European finals are over, they'll get a Champions League place anyway because I think we've got the coefficient to get the extra Champions League place. But yeah, it was disappointing. I mean, if you give us the extra 4 points that we should have had from Brentford and Liverpool when we threw away 2-goal leads and at least a point against Spurs, I mean, we should have finished 3rd, quite frankly. As you can see, Man City actually just about edged the title. Second to last game of the season, they won 4-1 at Anfield with an Erling Haaland hat-trick. So, wow. Our top league goal scorers were Callum Wendo, Vitor Roque and Jamie Lawrence. See, this is why I'm a little worried about Vitor, because I know he only got 22 starts because we were obviously trying to keep him fresh for Europe and all that sort of stuff. But only 8 goals. and that's below the XG that he had. So he was not firing on all cylinders this season at all. So I do seriously wonder. Let's just before we go, we'll have a quick comparison of him with Alex Navalon. I mean, he is all round just better, and he's only 2 years older. It's a tough one. It depends who else is out there, I suppose. But anyway, thank you for joining me for, well, the save so far, and this season in particular, where we have achieved European glory. We're back in the Champions League for the second time, and yeah, now I've got a lot of work to do before you'll see the next episode of this one. And might be a few days, because getting through this next couple of months will take me a while, with so many things to think about and tough decisions to make. Anyway, like I say, thank you very much for joining me. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.